Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Jason, certified financial planner and host of Fighting Words Financial. Today I wanted to give you guys an update on the EIDL situation for my personal business. So got approved, got the loan documents, taken a look at them, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what are some of the allowable uses for the EIDL funds. Now the EIDL stands for Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. Those loans are not actually new. This is something that has existed for a while, but they pumped a bunch of money into it with the CARES Act, and now millions of people that never would have received these or never would have even applied for these loans under normal circumstances, they're now in line for these loans. They're now receiving loan documents. Lots of people have signed without reading the loan documents, just wanted to get the funds in the account. I'm telling you guys, there are some restrictions on what you can use the funds for, and I'm going to go over those today. Now, before I get started on this video, I would like to remind you guys, if you do like this video, please hit the like button. It does help us get noticed by YouTube, and it helps YouTube know to show that video to other people. And of course, if you like the video, please subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications whenever we put out new material. Now, the first thing you want to do if you have received one of these EIDL loans is to keep good records. And I would suggest maybe to segregate the funds into a separate account, so that way you can keep segregated records and keep them very organized and be able to produce them in a manner that satisfies the SBA and helps avoid confusion. Now, the terms of the EIDL loan are a lot like a mortgage. The difference is the payment is actually going to be deferred for the first year because we are assuming that we are still in emergency mode here. And then you have 30 years to pay back the loan. The loan is secured by assets of the business, and if the loan is more than $25,000 in times past, that was usually going to be secured by personal assets as well. Although I was not asked anything about personal assets. There's nothing in that in the application that I have. I would guess that there's just too many people applying and too many applications being serviced right now to make this a reality for the SBA. So your loan is probably only going to be secured by the assets of the business. So what can the EIDL funds be used for? Well, basically working capital. What does that mean? It means the day-to-day operations of the business and business expenses. Things like rent, utilities, advertising expenses, cost of inventory, payroll, employee benefits, and some fixed debts. Essentially, most expenses that could have been paid if there had not been any sort of economic disaster. It's probably more useful at this point to talk about the things that the EIDL loan funds cannot be used for. So the number one thing that they can't be used for, they can't be used to buy fixed assets. They can't be used to buy a new building for the business, can't be used to buy a company car, or even some large purchases of equipment. The EIDL loan funds cannot be used to make a loan unless that is what your business does in the normal course of commerce. They also can't be used to make gifts to employees, to other company owners. They can't be used to give bonuses to yourself or to other officers of the company. Now, I found this to be personally rather disappointing. The funds cannot be used to expand the business. There is specific language in the loan agreement that actually forbids the use of EIDL funds for use of expansion. Also, the funds cannot be used to prepay a mortgage or use the funds to service any other type of long-term debt. Now, that any other type of long-term debt, there was absolutely no clarification on what that means, so I guess we're just going to have to find out when we try and justify these expenses. Now, I finally have an answer to one of the questions that I've been asked over and over and over I had a conversation with an SBA employee. I'm looking through the document, and from my reading of the loan documents, it looks like that the EIDL funds can be used to repay credit card debt accumulated from the economic disaster. This is really easy to track, of course, if the card you use was exclusively used for the business. If the charges are on a personal card, I would keep really good records and be ready to present those records in order to justify why paying off that card is still a valid use of the funds. Now, remember when I said keep good records? All right, this is very important, guys. You are required to keep records for 3 years after you receive the loan. There's also something really weird in the agreement. If you violate the EIDL loan agreement, you could owe up to 1.5 times what you borrowed from the SBA. So if you borrowed $100,000 from the SBA, they determined that you violated this agreement, you could actually owe $150,000. Really strange. One of the other things in there is you cannot sell any of the collateral used to put up for the loan, and you can't sell the business without prior approval from the SBA. If you decide that these restrictions on the uses of the EIDL funds are too much, but you've already taken the loan and the funds are sitting in your account, don't worry, you can return the funds right there in the loan agreement. There is no prepayment penalty. Well, guys, I hope this quick video helped you out today. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.